I come from, a family that's, that's experienced a lot of dysfunction, unfortunately. I grew up in the South Central LA area, right? So that alone, it was a challenge of itself. I grew up around a lot of people who are in poverty. We experienced, poverty ourselves. My home, my neighborhood was gang infested.
My dad was a heroin addict my whole life, and it was a scary place for me growing up without a father.
I started foster care when I was about 12 years old.
My uncle told me this story one time, is like they literally tossed me around like a football saying, you take her, no, you take her. And nobody wanted to really claim me. Finally, at the age of 6, I got placed with my foster home.
I was in foster care since I was 7 years old. And from there, I got adopted by my high school teacher, who became my guardian. As I turned 18, I decided to go on my own. It didn't really work out too well. I stumbled.
Once I hit 18, the family I was staying with told me, I couldn't stay there no longer. Once I hit 18 and emancipated out, I had to leave. So following my high school graduation, I became instantly homeless.
I believe that people can change. I believe that we can overcome odds. I believe that statistically speaking, I shouldn't be here and I am. And I apply that to a lot of our youth who, statistically speaking, often they probably shouldn't thrive, and a lot of them do because we're guiding them through this.
I was then introduced to a program that was just starting up called the THP Plus program, and it was through Aspiranet. THP Plus provided me with a life coach that helped me become independent and self-sufficient. And it removed a lot of financial barriers as well.
Finally, I found out this program called THP Foster Care, which can assist me.
This program was like a miracle out of nowhere, and I was taken off the streets and reunited with my family.
I came back to Aspiranet. That was a huge thing for me. The second chance, the opportunity to better myself and have that support along the way.
Those of us who were gifted with a level of resiliency, we need to use it wisely. And what I mean by that is that not look down on others and say, look, I grew up extremely dysfunction and I made it. And it's the other way around. We should be looking at them and say, I grew up very similar and I probably should be displaying some of those behaviors that they do and I don't, so I'm blessed. How can I help that person, succeed?
Ultimately, I applied for a life coach job at Aspiranet because I wanted to go back and work for the company that helped me get back to my feet. And I felt that not just only because I went through it and I knew it the best, but I kind of knew a little bit about what these youth were going through. And if anything, I could help provide more of a positive direction for youth.
I want to work at a group home as soon as I get my associate's degree. I just want to kind of give back to those kids. Sometimes those are the kids that people push to the side or don't really approach, and I've experienced that.
I want to be an advocate to speak out more for youth, for foster youth that's been in my position before.
The beautiful thing is Aspiranet has allowed me the opportunity to give back to the same families that I was growing up.
I know first and foremost what it's like to sleep on the streets and not have any support. That makes me think about every youth that I work with every day. I know exactly how they feel, their frustration, their anger, and every other emotion that they feel. So I feel a need to help.
The families that we deal with are so courageous. It takes tremendous amount of courage to be able to break cycles. And you're talking generational cycles, from abuse to substance abuse to rape to incest. You have these generational cycles that are going on.
We're transforming lives. We're changing people's lives. We're changing people's futures, their present. We're changing people's future generations, their siblings, their child's lives. We're injecting hope on our youth, on our clients, on our families every single day.